Warning! We're about to spoil Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. If you haven't seen the movie and you plan on watching it, click away now. But if you have seen it, or you just don't care, then please, stick around. Cameron, I just had a horrible dream.
What was that, Justin?
It's that we didn't have an opening joke, so we just went with something lazy.
My God!
Oh no.
What?
Since we're covering nightmare movies, anything that happens in our dreams can happen in real life.
That doesn't mean... Oh my God! Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. We are here, and we are covering horror. I want to say in Spooky Month, or on Halloween, something like that.
Yes, we are. We're in October. It should be, I think, the third week.
Awesome. So, happy Spooky Month, peeps.
Also, sorry I mentioned the episode number multiple times last episode and was completely wrong. I forgot Movie Month was 9 episodes long instead of 8.
10 out of 10.
I just forgot we covered Double Indemnity.
It's all good. Oh, boy. That episode is out, by the way, yes?
Since this would be a future episode, yes.
So you can listen to it anytime on Cinema Roulette.
On podcast apps or YouTube.
Bam. But yes, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are covering, shocker, shocker, a horror movie.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a shock. It means the wheel was actually kind with its timing.
I know, right? Knowing how much of a bitch it's been, that's a surprise. So yes, today we are covering Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. Also, that was wonderful silence.
That was great silence, yes.
But yes, we are back on the series wheel, ladies and gentlemen. Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and yeah, it still holds up amazing.
I mean, technically, I guess we're still on the series wheel, because last we did was Oceans.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
It's been a long time. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. I've been in Los Angeles. Forgive me.
He already let his mind go in LA.
I know, right? Already been brainwashed by the liberals out there.
Also, fun fact, one of the first ideas pitched for this movie was to basically New Nightmare.
Oh, nice. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess meta humor wasn't like... I guess they thought the series didn't deserve it at the time.
Well, also, it's a real thinker to bring the... We'll get to it when we talk about New Nightmare.
Yes, indeed. But first,
with the way the wheel goes, that will be in, 6 years.
Right? We'll already be moved out by then. It'll be fun.
In this economy, we'll be in a box, Cameron.
Totally.
But fine, we can get into a synopsis.
Let's get into it.
The thing I find funny is we still haven't covered the first Nightmare movie I watched yet.
Really? Oh, yeah. Which one was the first one again?
First one was the fourth movie because I found it at the thrift store for like 99 cents when I was a kid.
Was it on DVD or VHS?
VHS. It's a thrift store.
Fun. That's awesome. Do you still have that tape or was it gotten rid of since then?
I think Alex has it at the moment.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I remember I had a couple of tapes from back, threw a bunch of them out.
I did eventually find Nightmare 1 and 3 on VHS at thrift store as well, so I did get to watch those that way.
Oh, that's badass. Nice.
And I had The Exorcist on VHS and 2 DVD copies, and I didn't watch it for a good, 7 years.
Was it the original cut or the extended cut? I forget.
I don't know. I think it's the original cut.
Nice. The one that didn't have the crawling down the stairs scene.
I forget if it did.
I know the original
when I finally got around to watching it.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, either way, it's still a good movie. And we're here celebrating horror, but not that horror. Let's get into it.
Not a boring ghost movie. Anyway, possibly cut synopsis. We open with arts and crafts. We'll find out in a moment this girl is named Kristen,
And
but she is...
and she is listening to a bitchin' Dawkins song as she does so.
I mean, I don't think it's going to catch on.
Yeah, maybe not. It's not
I
like
think it would be like used in a movie or anything.
not like they'd use in a famous horror series.
Not at all. Horror, seriously. Get in contact with some rock bands and make some original themes again.
Honestly, though.
Who doesn't love Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Seriously.
Like, bitchin'. Anyway. But we see Kristen making some paper mache and also some coffee to stay awake. But soon, we realize the paper mache model is something that we don't see often in these movies. It's the Nightmare on Elm Street house, or Bo Burnham's house.
Did he actually use that?
When Bo Burnham made Inside, he was living in the Nightmare on Elm Street house, and that movie was shot in like a spare house in the backyard.
I didn't know that. That's so interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't live there anymore because people figured that out.
It's not like they're obligated to show it in every single movie or anything.
They never would do such a thing. But Kristen's mother comes home and is like, honey, what the fuck are you doing up? It's 1 a.m. And she's like, but Ma, just go to bed. Fine. And then, like every nightmare movie, Kristen falls asleep and has a wonderful dream. The end.
What a wonderful
Yeah,
film.
I don't know why we covered this movie. It's really short.
Yeah, man. I can't believe this got like 8 fucking movies.
Just us teenage girls being told to go to bed. The end.
Riveting shit. No, we kid. Anyway.
You kid, me man. God, this is a definite tone.
God damn.
I think I can focus now.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
But Kristen goes to sleep, and then through a sick match cut, is suddenly on the front lawn with a bunch of kids singing in slow motion. And she goes up to one of the little girls who's in front of the Nightmare on Elm Street house and is like, what's your deal? Little girl does creepy little girl shit and goes inside, and Kristen's like, no, don't go in the boarded up house. That's dangerous. She goes in, sees the place is all beat to hell and looks like trash. The door also locks behind her, so she can't leave. Looks at the dining room where there's a rotting pig, like a pig you put on a spit roast.
Yep.
That comes to life and tries to chomp at her, which, fun fact about that scene, that's a real rotting pig carcass.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The special effects team was puppeting it, and the cameraman says he still remembers the horrific smell to this day.
Oh, that would suck. Was it for the same reason that, like, the Poltergeist did it?
They just did because it looked good.
Man, that's rough. Props to the special effects guy, really.
Oh my god, I hope he had a bucket under the table. Like, Jesus.
Honestly.
But she goes down into the basement, into the boiler room, finds the little girl and picks her up but sees like the shadow of Freddy. So it picks up the little girl, starts running away. Weird dream stuff happens. If we go over all of it, this will be as long as the Everything Everywhere episode.
Yeah.
But she eventually runs into a room where it's a bunch of kids hanging from nooses. And the little girl's like, can you put me down? And she looks down, and the little girl is a skeleton now.
Oh, spoopy.
Which, don't worry, I'm not going to interrupt every part of this with fun facts. But another fun fact here, that was originally supposed to be like her, the little girl's body. They had a full body cast done, and it was going to look beaten and slightly cut up. And then they were like, that's really intense.
Yeah, especially considering the tone of a lot of the movie. Yeah, I can see why they kind of cut that.
So they got a short skeleton, they slapped a wig on there, and they were like, okay, that should be good.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Kristen drops the Skelly girl, which honestly, it's such a cheap skeleton, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, honestly.
But she drops the girl, runs, Frey attacks her and starts cutting at her arms. But suddenly she wakes up because her mom busted into the bathroom. However, it looks like she was slinging her own wrist, so that's not good.
Yep.
Cut to a mental ward where we're going to have Dr. Gordon. He's a doctor.
He is, in fact, a doctor.
Sorry, Dead Meat all summer covered the Saw movies, and anytime they mention Gordon in that series, James goes, he's a doctor, and they play the clip, I'm a doctor.
That's awesome.
Funny that we can have two movies where there's a Dr. Gordon.
Honestly, though.
And they're series that went on for more than 6 sequels.
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, Kristen is brought to the mental ward, and there's actually a lot of teens in this mental ward.
Yep.
All of them have a range of issues, but mainly, and they don't say this directly yet, but all of them are having weird nightmares. Interesting.
Wow.
And also, Nancy Thompson is her full name, if I'm remembering correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
Nancy's older now. She's coming in as a consultant to help with all these kids who are having, weird dreams. She comes in, Dr. Gordon starts showing her around, and then we hear Kristen, who is very much fighting against being sedated. Actively, she grabs a scalpel and tries to keep the doctors away.
Yep.
Luckily, Nancy comes in, calms her down, and basically says, without directly saying, hey, I understand what's going on, just trust me.
Yeah.
We also Nancy drops a pill bottle that says Hypnosil. This will be important later. But we get introduced to more of the meat bags, and then we get Kristen's Dream 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
This time with the Freddy worm.
Making its first appearance.
I forget if it appears again in the series.
Yeah, I know it does in New Nightmare, so.
Oh, true. And another fun fact, this thing was originally very pink.
Really?
Yeah, and they were like, that looks like a dick. So they covered it in green goo to make it look less phallic.
That's funny. Meanwhile, Clive Barker was doing the opposite and telling the special effects guys to specifically make...
Fair, Clive Barker likes to mix in sexuality more with his horror.
That is also true, yeah.
It's more intentional there.
Yeah.
But, yes, Kristen runs around the nightmare house again, gets attacked by a Frey worm, and then she screams for Nancy! Which, Nancy's at home, in a lovely home, mind you. All of a sudden feels like the plot needs her and then falls through her chair. She is suddenly in the dream too and helps Kristen escape and wake up.
Yeah.
It turns out Kristen just has the ability to pull people into her dreams. She did when she was a kid too with her father and stuff, but thought it was just, dreams being dreams.
Yep.
I have match cuts and... Oh, right. Because she falls asleep in her room and a little tricycle rolls in and then slowly crumbles.
Yep. Which, really nice special effect. Still don't know how they did that.
I think they probably just automated it, just made it compress itself, I would assume.
Something like that. Or like Indiana Jones where they play it backwards. Like they inflated it, but it actually makes it look like it's going down.
Oh, that could be it too. There's actually a couple shots that are reversed here, including when she's eaten by the Frey worm. That's technically reversed.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Because the lips on the giant worm would look too weird if she was sliding in, like it would start folding in on itself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
We have group counseling. Again, we get introduced more to the meat bags. I'm calling them meatbags, but they are actually very well written. We'll talk about it more after synopsis.
Yeah.
And Nancy tries to bring up, like, hey, there's this drug called Hypnosil to Dr. Gordon. It suppresses dreams. We should give it to all the kids. However, Dr. Gordon saw the pill bottle earlier and looked into this and is like, that's an experimental drug. We're not going to just give that to a bunch of kids. Well, he's going to kind of wish he did, because one of the kids dies in what I think is the best kill of the movie.
Yeah, same, honestly.
We see a character named Philip who somehow is able to make string puppets in an asylum. I don't know what he uses to carve those things.
Yeah, I don't know what's allowed in the asylum.
Well, I'm pretty sure at least some of these kids are on suicide watch, so I don't think blades would be allowed.
No, yeah, multiple times in the movie they're suicidal.
Freddy in the dream becomes one of his puppets, opens his wrists, and then his wrists and his legs and his veins are used to puppet him up to a bell tower and make him jump.
It's fucked and pretty rad.
It's brutal. The close-ups on it, just, oh god, it makes holes in people where they shouldn't be are one of the things that make me squeamish.
Oh yeah, same.
And also the kids, to make sure they don't die to Frey, like when they're roommates, one will stay up and then wake the other up if they seem to be having a bad dream and kind of switch off.
Yeah, they kind of take shifts.
But one kid noticed, he woke everyone up, got the nurses involved, so everyone saw Philip kill himself.
Yep. As he seemingly jumps off the roof.
So, yeah, that's not great.
Mm-hmm. Man, it'd suck if we had to talk about it the next day.
So anyway, in group therapy, they talk about it the next day.
Yeah.
But with this, Dr. Gordon quickly joins Nancy's side. Is like, yeah, we'll get Hypnosil just to see if it fucking works, because we don't need this happening.
Yep.
They say it will be in tomorrow. And then that night, a girl named Jennifer, who wants to be a TV star, is in the TV room by herself. And the most famous kill from the movie happens, where Frey's like, welcome to prime time, bitch, and slams her head into the TV. Which, I won't say all the fun facts I have for this scene, but one of them is both of Frey's lines of, this is your big chance and welcome to prime time, bitch, were both improvised, and only one of them was originally supposed to be used.
Oh, that's awesome.
But the director liked them so much, and luckily when Robert Englund improvised welcome to prime time, bitch, he changed the camera angles so it was easier to cut together.
Nice. That's awesome.
Mind you, in a room where the TV is a good foot higher than she is. So I don't know how they think it's a suicide, but
yeah,
there's a Nurse Ratched lady here who rest in peace to that actress. She actually passed away this year at 100.
Oh, rest in peace, man.
Priscilla Pointer was her name.
Priscilla Pointer, nice.
So rest in peace to her. We go back to group therapy with this, and Nancy explains Freddy's backstory.
Ah.
This is also a secret group meeting, so I'm just going to call her Nurse Ratched. I'm sure her character has a different name.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just playing Nurse Ratched.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Elizabeth Sims. That also works if I just read.
Dr. Sims.
But yeah, she isn't told about this group meeting, and they try group hypnosis, which at first doesn't seem to work. So one of the kids named Joey, who he can't speak. He's not mute, it's just something happened to him and he will no longer speak. He decides to fuck off, go back to his room, and a nurse he's been eyeballing all of a sudden leads him into a bedroom. And she talks about how she only comes to work to see him. We also cut back to the group still wondering why the hypnosis didn't work before realizing, wait a minute, stuff's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because they use a Newton's cradle and then a very realistic effect happens where the balls float up. So they realize they're in a dream. Joey doesn't in time, though. However, Frey doesn't kill him, he just captures him. So when also everyone realizes they have light superpowers, like a guy named Kincaid has super strength. That I forget the punk chick's name. Taryn, a kind of punk chick, she gets a giant mohawk and switchblades because she's bad.
Yeah.
And a nerdy kid named Will is able to walk and also magic powers because he's a big D&D nerd.
Yep.
They all realize this, but then shit starts to go wrong. They wake up and Joey is still alive, but in a coma. Not nurse, she's a psychologist. Dr. Sims comes in, realizes like, what the fuck is going on in here? Why is that kid passed out? You know what? Fuck it. You're both fired, both to Nancy and Gordon.
Yeah. So to them, it looks like, oh, this guy slips into a coma as soon as you prescribe new medicine. How dare you? It's your fault.
Which to be pedantic,
Yep.
they haven't taken yet.
Yeah, it's the night before, right?
Well, that's when Jennifer died with the TV. That was the night before they got Hypnosil. So, assumably, the group therapy was the next day when it was coming in. And they wouldn't take a sleep drug until, fucking bedtime.
Yep. So...
Oh, I had a joke on here that Joey is tongue-tied because the nurse literally shoots her tongue out and ties him to the bed.
Yeah, it's a ludicrous concept and it's amazing.
It looks really great, unlike the
Yeah.
CGI balls.
And of course, Freddy says the line of, feeling tongue-tied? Ha ha ha.
Gordon has also been seeing a nun around the hospital.
She's really good at appearing and disappearing.
Yeah, she's great at that. She also seems to be vaguely talking about how to defeat Freddy. And we get a backstory that, worrying about sexual assault real quick, skip ahead like 30 seconds. This will be quick.
Yeah.
Freddy's mother was gangbanged by multiple people in the asylum.
Yeah. As the nun puts it, she was raped by, he's the bastard son of 1,000 rapists.
Yeah. So, that fun horror backstory there. I'll give the movie this, at least they don't show anything.
Yeah, they don't go too over the top with it. They don't try to, it's not like actually showing anything. It's just someone describing it.
So someone lightly describes it. I don't even think they play audio to match it type deal,
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's really nice because you really don't need it.
You really don't. She also gives the information that in order to stop his spirit, you need to bury him. Like, actually give Frey a funeral so that way his soul can rest.
Yep.
But who knows where the body is? Nancy knows someone who knows. It's her dad.
Yeah.
We go see Nancy. They find Nancy's dad drinking away his sorrows in a bar, still in police uniform, so either he works there or he just hasn't taken it off in like 20 years.
Either way,
Not
plausible.
2010.
Yeah. Either way, plausible, giving the context.
They try to discuss with him, and he just kind of blows them off. But after calling back to the hospital and hearing the patients being panicked because Dr. Sims. Dr. Sims is trying to just sedate everyone and send everyone to their rooms.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, Nancy, you go to the hospital and like try to save everyone. I'm going to drag your dad to wherever this body is.
Yep.
Literally, Gordon just flips the table and grabs Nancy's dad. Is like, you're going to show me where the fuck this thing is.
He really does. It's kind of great. He's like, you're fucking coming with me. And then later in the graveyard, when he's trying to leave, he's like, took the keys. He's like, no, you're not pussing out of this one. You come with me. You're finishing this.
Nancy gets back to the hospital and Larry Fishburne stops her.
Yep. This was Lawrence Fishburne, a very young Lawrence Fishburne when he was still going on by Larry Fishburne.
And he just plays the nurse, but is stopping her because she was fired. And it's like, can I at least go? Kristen has been put in the in solitary, basically, in a nice padded room. All the other kids are in what used to be the TV room. Now there's only a scorch mark.
Which is a nice detail. I give the movie credit for that.
Yeah. But Nancy goes to the other kids and is like, okay, hey, what if we all do the group sleep again and then we can go help Kristen in her dream when she drags us in?
Yeah.
Luckily, they all pass out at the same time.
Conveniently.
But Kristen pulls all of them into her dream, and it's like, okay, let's not split up. And then Frey immediately makes it so they have to split up.
Yep.
I'll admit, this is a bit lame what happens, but Taryn is dragged into... She was a drug addict. That's the main reason she was in the mental ward.
Yeah, because there was a creep nurse hitting on her earlier that said, ooh, what are those beauty marks? And she's like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, because she has needle marks on her arms.
Yep.
But she ends up in Alley, and Freddy allows her to actually fight him with 2 switchblades, but once he gets one cut, immediately starts cheating.
Yeah. And I will admit, the detail of like her arms with the eyeballs coming out of the holes, that was a cool detail. But the death itself, I agree, is kind of lame.
Actually, no, it wasn't eyeballs. It was like little mouths wanting the drugs.
It was
because Frey's fingers turned to needles.
Yeah, it's just really fucked up in a really cool practical effect.
That death was supposed to have more.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, explain. You told me beforehand, but definitely explain.
Yes. Originally, she was supposed to get injected by Frey, and then her head fucking explodes, but the effect just didn't look good, apparently.
Yeah, they didn't have the budget or like the time to make it look good, and they just cut it.
We see Will get stuck in like a dream hallway, but he turns into a wizard and he zaps Freddy, and then Freddy just stabs him.
Yeah.
It's so unceremonious. I honestly didn't remember if he was dead or not while we were watching.
Like, we didn't remember if he was dead or he just disappeared. Yeah, he's just, sliced, gone. Okay.
Nancy, Christian, and Kim Cade all meet up inside the house. They go into the basement, they find Joey, and Nancy shouts, "Let him go!" So, of course, Frey almost drops him into a fiery pit.
Think about phrasing there, please, in movies.
If a villain is holding someone over a cliff, don't say, "let them go," because it will force them to be a smartass no matter what and try to drop them.
Seriously.
Also, during this time, Dr. Gordon and Nancy's dad, Don, go to a junkyard where Freddy's corpse is stuck in the back of like an old Cadillac.
Yep. Which, another plot point, has it really been there for the past 10 years or whatever, and nobody's decided to, like, the car hasn't been impounded, it hasn't been switched out?
Longer than 10, because this was before Nancy was even born, so at least 20 to 30 years.
Seriously, and no one has thought to, like, impound the car or check in the back to see what that horrible smell is? Oh, no, okay, fine.
You're telling me no one was scrapping a like 50s Chevy for parts?
Yeah, honestly.
Also, Dr. Gordon stopped at a church, grabbed a cross and some holy water.
Yeah, I filled up like a water bottle with holy water.
It was Nancy's dad's booze bottle.
Yeah, that was it.
But Freddy's about to attack the 4 kids that are left, but all of a sudden he feels his body being taken and buried. So then he takes over the skeleton in the junkyard and kills Nancy's father. And thinks he kills Dr. Gordon before going back to hunt down the kids.
Yep.
Which they end up in a room with a bunch of mirrors, and Freddy all of a sudden clones himself and pulls all of them in except for Joey. However, Joey screams like a banshee, which breaks the mirrors and brings everyone back.
And wow, that's his superpower. Yay.
Cool. After this, Nancy's dad appears as a force ghost. And Nancy goes, and he's like, "Sorry, honey, kinda died."
Yep, Freddy impaled me. Sorry.
Wow, Frey impaled you? That sounds like it would suck. Let me give you one last hug, Dad. And then it turns out it's Frey, and he stabs Nancy in the stomach.
Yep.
So Nancy dies, but Kristen's being I forget what they call her, because they say it more in the next movie.
Yeah.
I think it's just the subtitle of the next movie. She's the Dream Master, so she says Nancy's going to go to a beautiful dream.
I forget. Is Nancy dead or no?
She is dead.
Okay.
I mean, they go to her funeral. She's dead.
Right. Okay.
And she doesn't appear in any of the other movies until New Nightmare.
Yeah. But we'll get to
But New
that.
Nightmare's also technically a fan theory that movie is her beautiful dream.
Ah, I dig it.
Nancy dies. Luckily, Gordon wakes up from his attacks, puts holy water on Freddy dies again.
Yep.
We go to Nancy's funeral. Gordon sees the nun again and tries to go and talk to her, but then finds the grave of Amanda Kruger, or Sister Mary Helen.
Ooh.
Helena, sorry.
Helena, yeah.
We see Dr. Gordon still now has the paper mache house that Kristen made, and a light turns on with Freddy's laughter. Movie ends.
Yep. So anyway, that was Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Freddy's definitely not dead.
He was supposed to be. That was supposed to be the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but well, he won't be dead until Freddy's dead, and then we'll have another 2 movies.
Yep. So yeah, that was Dream Warriors. Yeah, still holds up. Besides a couple of plot holes and like a special effect or two that didn't hold up, really, really solid Nightmare movie.
Actually, going off special effects, the mirror hallway when they're all dragged in.
Uh-huh.
You know how it looked like? It looked like you could see a green screen or something over where the mirrors were.
Yes.
That isn't a green screen. It was an in-camera effect. What they did is they took Mylar and fixed it into the lens to cover where the mirror was, so it would give it that effect.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
It looks a bit iffy in the Blu-ray release, but it's still cool that they did it that way instead of editing the film itself.
Yeah, exactly. It's still really impressive. It still looks really good, honestly, for the most part. It's one of my favorite set pieces in the movie.
It's a really cool effect, especially when all the mirrors smash and they all launch back through.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, most of the special effects look great. TV fray looks great. We already mentioned the veins for Philip's kill look fucking insane.
And Jesus, the vein kill. Ugh, still makes me to this day.
That was actually the other reverse shot is for when the puppet morphs into Freddy.
Uh-huh.
That's played in reverse. They had the fully sculpted fray and then they flanned out the details less and less and played it in reverse.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, just those close-ups, the practical effects, that just is what makes it, I think, both our favorite kill in the movie. It just looks great, and it's just makes you just squirm.
And there's a fun dream logic to it. It messes with what the person is like into. It's fun to tie it all in that way.
Definitely up there with the great Nightmare on Elm Street kills, and like that's the thing about the series is even the weaker ones, and we'll get to it, all have pretty much great kills in them.
Yeah, the coming sequels at least have great kills. I will say there's only 2 real good kills in this movie, and that's the TV one and the puppet one.
Yeah, the other one's just kind of, he kills them and great. And yeah, I like the drug thing, she's a drug addict, but yeah.
The drug one has cool effects like the Freddy drug fingers, and like we mentioned the mouths for her scars, basically. Those are cool, but it needed that finisher of a head explosion or something.
Yeah, like I'm sure if they had a bigger budget for like the one where he turns into like the wizard and zaps him or whatever, they would have Freddy turn into like a big monster or something and decapitate him or some shit.
You want to feel really disappointed?
Sure.
There was originally planned an ending where the kids come together and make a giant robot to fight Giant Freddy.
Oh, fuck yeah, that would have been great.
I think that would have launched the tone completely out
Yeah.
of the water,
I
but it sounds amazing.
It does sound amazing. Yeah, I agree. I think it would ruin the tone of the movie, but oh man. Fuck yeah. That's all I gotta say of that.
I keep forgetting the character's name.
Who?
The punk chick.
Oh, Bada Baba. I just had it pulled up here. Taryn.
Taryn. The actress who played Taryn actually got off of drugs because of this movie.
Oh, that's cool. Good for her.
Yeah.
Nice.
All the kid actors do a fantastic job. Like, they are all likable kids.
Yeah, exactly. Even though like a lot of them are like stereotypes of certain groups, they all do a phenomenal job with it. They all add like flair and character to it. They're all memorable.
Actually, the guy who played Kincaid,
Uh-huh.
he kind of got the job by accident in a sense.
Really? How so?
Well, his manager said he didn't really want the role. His manager was like, go to the audition anyway. It's a big sequel. It's at least something for your resume.
Uh-huh.
It was pouring fucking rain that day. He took the bus. He was drenched. The auditions were going long, so he was drenched and then had to sit in a chair for like 3 hours.
Damn.
Finally goes in, and then the director, who's clearly tired of all these auditions at this point, just goes, do whatever.
Wow.
This pissed him off so much, he literally shouted, "Fuck you," talking shit about the director and all the shit he'd been through that day. And then he got a job on the spot.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
Fuck you, fuck this, fuck
Yeah.
every single fucking person involved. Anyway, you have the job. What?
Oh, that's awesome.
I also don't know how to fit this fun fact in, but, well, Robert Englund was basically pulling a Marty McFly,
Uh-huh.
where in the day he would be shooting a TV show, and then he would immediately come at night to shoot this movie.
Oh, wow. What was he shooting at the time?
I don't have it pulled up what
That's
the
all right.
name of the show was. He just had a TV show at the time.
Nice.
One time he fell asleep in the makeup chair, still in full makeup, and he scared himself to death looking in the mirror when he woke up.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. Oh.
Also, originally this movie was supposed to be a lot darker.
Really?
Yeah, it was still kids who were on suicide watch, but it was like a part of town where kids would keep going and kill themselves and then slowly reveal that it was Freddy.
Oh, God. Kind of like the Suicide Force in Japan or whatever.
Kind of.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, I'm glad they changed the tone at least, because the balance and tone is honestly really, really well done in this movie.
Yeah, it's why it's everyone's favorite, I assume, because we get the most jokey Freddy.
Yeah. Well, arguably the most jokey Freddy, but
yeah, it's the best balance of Freddy being scary but still having jokes.
yeah, because I really love the cinematography and how it still keeps like really atmospheric scenes and lighting, and there's some really good scares in it, and like some really fucked up. Like, isn't afraid to go more over the top with the kills and with the tone and everything, and I just admire it for like being a really well balanced movie. Like, there are times where it could have gone more over the top and silly, but it keeps its tone pretty well. So, and I respect that.
Yeah. I will say, because this is still a good movie,
Yeah,
but I feel like I like it less than I used to.
that's interesting.
I think I've just, as I've dug more into like independent works, or as movies have just kind of evolved, I want it to be weirder than it is.
Right. Because like weird by mainstream stand, we considered weird, or like people who've delved into that more often considered weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I like, we'll get to it with 4, but the girls in that one are so fucking good and so creative and dreamlike.
They really are. Cut this maybe, because spoiler, is that the one with the bug?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes, that one has effects by Screaming Mad George.
Oh, sick. Okay.
It's weird bug stuff. Of course Screaming Mad George is here.
Of course it's Screaming Mad George.
I probably won't cut that. It's not too much of a spoiler.
Nah.
Just because if you don't know what it is, it's
Yeah.
just like
The
a
bugs.
bug scene.
Indiana Jones has one of them. It can't be that bad. Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. It feels like there could be the way I can think of describing the feeling I have for it is I had a lovely meal from a Midwestern white family, but also since I've had that meal, I've had food from other people's cultures that have actual spices and
Yes.
herbs mixed in.
Yes. My tastes have evolved since then.
My taste has evolved above you,
yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Let me swirl my wine glass in spite.
That's right. I watch stuff like The Monkey.
Yeah, I'm deliberately going into that one blind until you show it to me.
Good. If we do a Halloween episode, we might just do The Monkey.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Again, it depends on what the wheel is. We know it's on a Friday, which
Yeah.
means it's like perfectly lined up, but we'll see. We just did a bunch of non-wheel episodes.
Exactly.
We did a whole movie month.
Yep. But yeah, besides everything we just mentioned, all I have to say about the soundtrack is, fuck yeah, it's docking. What more could you want?
Yeah, soundtrack's good. Again, acting's great. Practical effects are great. The CGI's there.
Yeah. Overall, really good sequel. And I feel like, because the last one was completely separate characters and all that, like they brought back 2 characters from the original, which could have felt forced, but honestly, the way they integrate them into the story feels really well.
Actually, it's thinking about it that way. There's no fanfare for Nancy coming back. Like, it's not
Yeah.
a big buildup. She just kind of appears in the scene.
Yeah, she's just there. Yeah, exactly. It feels very natural. It feels interesting. And she could have easily just popped in and saved the day, but no, they actually built it up and revealed more about it, which was interesting.
And they did feel need to go, oh my god,
Yep.
you guys remember? It's Nancy.
Marvel, anyway.
Next wheel, every MCU movie.
No, that's also going on the fuck no list.
I'd say a fuck no list for doing an entire wheel of it.
True, there might be select ones, but yeah, we'll get around to that. That's by our discretion, by the way. You don't just get to say, "Oh, do this Marvel movie," and we'll do it. No,
You can. It'd be nice to get comments.
that's also true. Shit.
That's right. We'll cover only our favorite movies, like Thor: The Dark World.
But is there anything else really, or is that kind of it?
That's a. Oh, I do have a mean fun fact I already told you.
Oh, okay.
With the TV, because when Jennifer falls into the dream world, she sees a talk show playing, and what's the actress's name? You've said it multiple times to me.
The actress is Zsa Zsa Gabor, and the interviewer is Dick Cavett.
Yeah, Dick Cavett's interviewing Jar Jar Gabor, and then after she laughs or talks for a bit, all of a sudden Freddy comes in and is like, "Shut up, bitch!" and slashes at her before the screen cuts. Yeah, the TV host there, he got to choose who he was interviewing for that scene, and chose Jar Jar Gabor because, to quote him, she was one of the most annoying, dumb people he'd ever interviewed, and he would love to see her get killed.
Just, ouch. Come on, Dick, I like you as an interviewer, man. What the fuck?
Parents picked a good name, at least.
I guess.
But yeah, I think that's it for the fun facts I have.
Yes.
There's also behind the scenes footage I could have looked at, but it looks like it was on a home VHS camera that was left in a very bad location, let's say.
Yeah, I have like home tapes from the 90s that my grandfather shot, and they have that like screen thing where the film kind of warped, and you can tell like a white line goes up it, and there's just lines going up and down. It's pretty rough. Still cool to see, but in pretty rough shape.
But yeah, I think that's all we have for Nightmare 3.
Oh boy, that means it's time.
I will also say we're at almost the hour mark, but we have had to cut probably a good 10 minutes.
Probably. So, still a good episode.
Anyway, we are on the series wheel.
Woo!
In case you're new here, the series wheel has a bunch of different series on it. Basically, known movies, so that way you could be like, oh, I know that one, and watch more episodes from us. It's a good advertising bit. It totally works out.
Yep.
But every time we spin, when we land on one, we watch whatever's next in the series. And at some point, we might cover Alien.
Yeah, we've made a rule that if it doesn't land on it, 7 times, we're not going to use it. Or 6 times now? I forget.
I think we're at 6 now, because this is our second of 4 for these spins before we go back to the director's wheel.
Yeah. So if it doesn't hit Alien in the next 6 spins, we're just going to take it off the wheel. Sorry, there's already a lot on there.
We can cover the good Alien movies for like Halloween special.
Yeah, Halloween specials a little more.
Or we keep shoving Alien on one-off wheels. That'd be funny.
But yes.
Oh, we still have to do the anniversary episode at some point.
Ooh, yes, we do. That's exciting.
We have a new gimmick for that, so that will be fun.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that.
Anyway, it is time to spin. Wheel, you betrayed me.
What'd it get?
Oh, I'd like to note for new audience members, the reason I say betrayed me is we got 2 third movies in a row, and there's multiple of these that we have to do with a third movie.
Oh boy.
However, we're going back to finish off Oceans.
That'll be the end.
We get Ocean's 8, everyone's favorite.
Yeah, I know it got middling reviews upon it, but neither of us have seen it, and we'll be interested to check it out for you guys.
For you. Yeah, this is a service.
Oof. But yes, stay tuned.
I do, if we could, I know we mentioned in the Ocean's 13 episode, if we could, there would be one more on here and be the Japanese Ocean's 11 musical.
Yeah. That's just more of a curiosity if
sad-
you're ever interested.
But sadly, that's not translated,
Yep.
so we can't.
There is no sub for it. Neither of us are fluent in Japanese, so.
So yeah, next is Ocean's 8.
Ah!
What a nightmare, am I right?
Bottom tiss.